Hi REYNAS, how's it going? It's me, Vijay, Reyna, back at it again with another video. I'm so excited to get into the Miss Universe competition! So I have here a list of girls who are in my standouts. So let's get right into it. The way that this is gonna work is I'm gonna tell you guys my standouts, and I'm gonna start off with the ones who I feel like are standing out, definitely will make the first cut. I believe the new format is gonna be a top 30. So these are girls who I definitely think can make a top 30. And then from there, I'm gonna tell you the girls who I feel like can make a top 5. Now, I must warn you, I have 19 girls only in this video. That's because I have a Dark Horses video that will be coming out right after this one. So if you wanna see who else I think could possibly be part of that top 30, go watch the Dark Horses video, because that's going to tell you a little bit more about where my mind is. As the competition progresses and we see more during the preliminary activities, I will come out with more leaderboards, and that will help us formulate, or help me formulate, my top 30 leaderboard. Top 30 leaves a lot of room for a lot of girls. Anyways, let's get into it. So these are my top standouts in no particular order, who I think can place in at least the top 30, make the first cut, and maybe even go into the second cut as well, potentially into the evening gown round. Ready? So in no particular order, let's start off with Miss Brazil, Gabriela Lacerda. I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. So for me, Miss Universe Brazil is incredibly beautiful. I love her. She really gives me that Braziliana flair. I will say, however, I do feel like the last few Miss Brazils that we have had, just across the competitions from Miss Grand to Miss Universe, they've all been a little bit one note for me. I don't really see a stark difference or the things that set them apart. So I am hoping that during the preliminary activities, we can see a little bit of authenticity and a little bit of originality from this Miss Universe Brazil. With that being said, I think that Miss Brazil has definitely put in the work. I believe that Julia Gama, the Miss Universe first runner-up from 2020, is helping with her training, and so that's really encouraging. And I can definitely see her at least making a cut, especially with it being a top 30 like I mentioned. That leaves a lot of room for a lot of girls to kind of get into the competition. And Brazil, along with it being a sash factor country, and along with this girl just being honestly well trained, I don't see any reason for her to not at least make a top 30. Next, I have Ecuador's Nadia Mejia. So for me, Nadia is a really beautiful girl as well. If you guys know anything about Nadia, you know that she is not new to beauty pageants. She actually represented California at the former Miss USA pageant, and she did place. She is the daughter of Rico Suave. If you're not familiar with who that is, I'm not going to get into it because to me it's kind of irrelevant. But I'm so glad to see her come back into pageantry and into pageants representing Ecuador. She definitely looks like an Ecuadoriana, whatever. She looks like an Ecuadorian to me, with a tan, bronze, olive skin and this new rejuvenated dark brunette hair. I think she looks absolutely stunning. And every time I see this girl speak, I'm like, wow, what an improvement from Miss USA, not only in her auditory skills, not only in her speaking skills, but also in her pasarela. Her pasarela to me has really strengthened. She's just giving us all of the energy. I will say, while her pasarela has strengthened, I feel like there is some inconsistencies. And in some videos, she looks really good, and I'm like, wow, this is a great walk. But in other videos, I definitely feel like there is a little bit of disconnect with the pasarela, and there needs to be a little bit of, cleaning up done. And I can see Nadia going very far if she can get that pasarela down. So I'm excited to see how far this journey takes her and where she goes in this Miss Universe competition. Next, I have Palestine's Nadine Ayoub. So for me, Nadine is not just revolutionary in the fact that she's the first ever representative at Miss Universe for Palestine, which about time, but she's also just really well spoken, and she's a veteran as well. She is not new to pageants. We have seen her take her crown in the Miss Earth competition, not the overall crown, but she did place very high at that competition. And I am just impressed by this woman. She has done some brand deals with the likes of Huda Beauty. My apologies, my braces are cutting my cheeks. But she is just really, for me, ramping up, and I really can see her doing well at the competition. The one department that I'm kind of wondering how she will perform in is the pasarela. We have seen some of her walking videos, and because she competed at Miss Earth, we were able to see her perform then, but some time has lapsed since the Miss Earth competition, and the requirements and the criteria for Miss Earth are different, I would say, than Miss Universe. So I would love to see what she would do with her pasarela if she does place, which I think she will. I also just sometimes get this more Miss Worldly feel from Miss Palestine because she is so advocacy centered and she does uplift the Palestinian people and just her advocacies in general. And I really get a Miss World vibe from her. So I do hope that she can reel in some of that Miss Universe aura and energy, because the Miss Universe organization has shifted quite a lot. And so I don't think that they are as advocacy centered. Not that that means girls should not speak out for their advocacies, but I think that they can't forget the other aspects of the competition. So I'm excited to see what Miss Palestine has in store and what she is going to bring to the Miss Universe competition. Next is Miss Universe Indonesia Sanli Liu. So Sanli to me is just drop dead gorgeous. I have to say, out of all the Asian contestants, she definitely has one of my favorite faces of the competition of this Miss Universe edition. I think that she is just super stunning. I love her bronzy skin tone. But in addition to that, I've noticed that her pasarela has really strengthened. I thought that she had like a good baseline pasarela in the beginning, but I wasn't wowed. This most recent pasarela video of her though, where she is in her swimsuit practicing for her swimsuit pasarela, I was really quite impressed by her cape work and the physique. Now, you guys know me, I don't think that physique is the end all be all for a Miss Universe competition. However, we cannot deny the fact that making yourself in the most peak conditions and having that physical appearance is not going to hurt you. I think the only thing for Indonesia that I would like to see is a little bit more marketing. I hope that the Miss Universe Indonesia team will put in a little bit more effort into her social media and her marketing. Next, I have Miss Universe Mexico's Fatima Bosch. So for me, Fatima is also another really beautiful contestant. I think that she has a lot of strengths, and with Miss Universe being partially Mexicano now, like Mexican owned, I think it only helps her. Miss Universe Mexico did place high in the past edition, so I don't see why that should not carry over for this edition as well. The reason why I don't have her in my like top 5 to 6 category is because I still feel like there's a disconnect. I don't know. I know she has a very large fan base. I know that she has a lot of support, which deservingly and rightfully so. However, on a personal note, I don't really feel like as an international fan, I'm really seeing it yet. I don't know if it's just the sash factor that's really the reason why she has so much hype behind her, or something that I'm not seeing. I remember during the Miss Universe Mexico finale, I wasn't blown away. I still don't see a tremendous improvement in the pasarela. I think she is beautiful. I think she has really great aspects. I think she's a strong and confident speaker. I know Osmel is having a hand in her training, but I still need to see a little bit more before I'm necessarily sold on her being in the top 5. Next is Miss Universe Guadalupe Ofili Mazzino, my apologies. So Miss Universe Guadalupe to me is absolutely stunning, and I'm almost tempted to put her in my top standouts that I think could be in the top 5. I definitely see at least a top 10. She was a first runner-up at Miss World, I believe. Please correct me in the comments below if I'm incorrect. And not only is she a great speaker, but she is just stunning. She has done a lot of runways in her time, like modeling for different brands. So she's no stranger to being in front of a camera in the public. And again, her high placement at Miss World hopefully will translate well at Miss Universe. We have seen quite a few Miss World to Miss Universe crossovers, and they typically do really well at Miss Universe. And usually, if this was IMG era, I would be hesitant about her sash factor playing a role into this, but the last 2 Miss Universes have hailed from Nicaragua and the current one from Denmark, which are not, necessarily sash factor countries. So I'm confident that Guadalupe can make a mark in her, in her own way. And if the Miss Universe organization is open to a smaller island nation kind of coming forward into the crown, I don't see why she cannot progress forward into a top 5 even. Next is Miss Universe Latina, Yameli Hernandez. So she is the first ever Miss Universe Latina. They had that whole show in Telemundo, I believe, and so she won it and ended up winning the crown. I think that she is long overdue for a crown. She has competed and represented the Dominican Republic, or República de Dominicana, before in the past, and she's done a wonderful job. I do know that speaking wise, she's a little bit shaky, but I think otherwise she presents herself really, really well. I don't know how well her training is, to be honest. I feel like when she won the crown, I have not seen or heard a lot of buzz around her, but that just may be my personal social media page. Maybe I'm not following the right people. But what I see when I see your social media, it is well curated. I just wanted to see a little bit more. I do wish that she was representing a individual country, or República Dominicana, or something of that nature, only because I think that MU Latina, it kind of, blunders her support a little bit, only because who is she representing? I feel like the individual Latina countries are going to support and root for their personal country, right? So next I have Miss Universe France, Eve Gillies, I believe. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. So Miss Universe France has been, crowned for a while now. Like, she was crowned a while back. And I will say that I think she's absolutely stunning. I love the short hair. I think it works really well because she does have very long features. Like, her proportions are quite long. She has a long torso, long legs, long neck. So I think that it just really makes her this model-esque beauty. And I will say, off stage, when you look at her, she's beautiful, but on stage is really where she shines. I remember watching Miss Universe France and thinking, wow, this girl is, like, on stage, just a switch. There is definitely a stark difference on stage versus off stage. I would love to see a little bit of that on stage personality peek through off stage and behind the scenes. But, nonetheless, I think that she is a standout beauty. She definitely has the training. She's gone to so many different events and has so many different public appearances. I don't see any reason why she won't at least make a top 30. And to be honest, you guys, I can see her going a little bit further than that. So now we have Miss Universe India, Monica Vishwakarma. So Monica, to me, is absolutely stunning. The transformation, you guys, is incredible. I'm super excited to see her arrival and departure look. Well, I've already seen it and I'll make a video about all that. But I don't know. I'm really excited for this girl. I think that she is stunning. She looks absolutely amazing as of recent. And I feel like we've been able to witness her transformation. One thing that I really appreciate about the Miss Universe India organization this year is they've been allowing us in the transformation of Monica. She was already strong and she was already a stunning contestant at the Miss Universe India competition this year. But the Miss Universe India organization has done a great and tremendous job at letting us in as audiences and as fans into the transformation of Monica. They're letting us into her wardrobe and her fittings, and I'm just really excited to see what she does. I do believe she went to Vietnam for some of the fittings, and the dresses and the outfits that I saw her try on were really fitting. I feel like they were just, I don't know, they were just really stunning. To me, Monica's strength is her speaking. She speaks so well. Her passerella is getting stronger and stronger. I do hope that they keep her hair straight for the prelims and even the finales, to be honest, because I do think it suits her the best. However, I'm excited to see what she does, and I'm excited to see what her dress is. Miss Universe Venezuela, Stephanie Abasali. So I'll be honest with you guys. At first, for me, Stephanie, I wasn't even really a fan of her. I was like, okay, she's a beautiful girl, she can talk well, whatever. I just wasn't really seeing it personally. I was like, And I think it was the styling, but ever since she arrived in Thailand and those Thai makeup artists and hairstylists have been able to get their hands on Stephanie, I see the hype now. I'm like, okay, this is a Miss Universe right there. They have transformed this girl so well, and if they continue on with her styling like this and they continue to style her in a manner that really suits her and really fits her, I don't see why Stephanie cannot progress forward. Okay guys, now we're gonna get into my top girls. These are the girls who I think could make a top 5 potentially. Now there are more than 5 of them, but these are just my anywhere from 5 to 10. I'm pretty sure these girls are gonna place in that range. So let's get into it. Next we have Miss Universe Colombia, Vanessa Pulgarin. So to me, Miss Universe Colombia is stunning, you guys. She reminds me of Miss Universe Colombia Adriana 2015. Guys, she just has that aura. Maybe not the look per se, but she has that aura. The passerella is fire. When I look at her, I don't think Miss Universe Colombia. I think Miss Universo Colombia, ok, me encanta esta niña muchísimo y tiene una cara de diosa y pasarela de esta mujer, de esta reina es la maxia, es magnifique, ok. She is honestly just giving us that fire, that fuerte. I love Miss Universe Colombia so much this year, and I don't know, it makes me excited because I'm like, this is what I think of when I think of a Latina Miss Universe contestant. I think of Colombia. Like, she is coming for the crown. I hope that she can keep up with her speaking skills because we have some heavy hitters this year who I think are not only going to make top 5, but they're going to speak really well when they're asked the questions. So I hope that Miss Colombia cannot fumble. It has been years now since we have seen Colombia get a crown. I would not mind seeing another crown on their heads and their country taking the title once again if it's deserved. Next, I have Miss Universe Chile, Ina Mold. Yes, you guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you, my top like 5 to 10, my top ladies, a lot of them are Latinas, and Chile is no exception. We all know Amelia Dudez from last year, who was a fan favorite, and she didn't end up progressing to top 5, but Chile is coming back for a vengeance. They're like, okay, you don't want to put us in the top 5, we're gonna give you a girl that you have to put in the top 5. This girl to me is just incredible. She's so strong. You know, if we can ignore and forget about that vaping video, shut up. She honestly is just so amazing to me. I think she is well spoken. She has the pasarela, she has a look, she has the aura. Next up is Miss Universe Costa Rica, Mayla Rat. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. To me, Miss Universe Costa Rica is another Latina beauty as well. She speaks really, really well. She has great oratory skills, and she has a great pasarela as well. Her styling is beautiful, and when I just see her, I just feel like she's fresh, very natural, very fresh, very inviting, very welcoming. The thing I like about Miss Universe Costa Rica is she gives that Latina flair, but she still has that welcoming and inviting aura of a Miss Universe, right? A Miss Universe shouldn't be like so untouchable that we just feel like intimidated to even say hi to them. And I feel like Costa Rica has that perfect balance. Next on my list is another Latina, Miss Universe Puerto Rico, Miss Ashley. Yes, you guys. So Miss Ashley Alicia is just incredible to me as well. She might be one of my favorite Latinas, to be honest with you. I know I've said that for a lot of the girls, but I think Ashley has that perfect balance of she's welcoming, but she has that Latina flair, but she also has the beauty to back it up. To me, Ashley is doing a really great job with the social media as well. Do I think it's the cleanest, most like professional HD cut vid? No, but I think that she is just really doing her best to put herself out there. She's doing a good job at making cultural connections and bridging the cultural gap between Puerto Rico and Thailand. Puerto Rico is also the next host country for Miss Universe, so there's a lot of eyes and attention on her. And I think it's so cute and funny that every time the camera is on Miss Puerto Rico and Thailand so far, she always makes it a point to get into Miss Universe mode. Next is Miss Universe Philippines. Yes, we're going into Asia, you guys. So for me, Miss Universe Philippines from Tizon Manalo is just a beauty. As you guys know, I did not start off an Tizonator. I did not start off the biggest fan of Miss Philippines. I thought that, let's see. It was just the inconsistencies for me, but I have, since then turned into a fan of Tizon Manalo. To me, she had just got the makeup and the hairstyling down pat. The clothing, it's hit or miss sometimes. I wish it was a little bit more consistent, but I think they have began to found the styling that fits Tizon Manalo. With that being said, it's not really any of that matters to me. It's the overall aura. When I look at the interviews of Tizon Manalo, I just see how relaxed she is, how natural she is. She doesn't seem nervous. She doesn't seem phased. And in one of her interviews, she did mention that she does not look at the comments or the DMs on social media. And I think that's a very smart choice and decision to make, because you can get caught up in those comments and start to get in your head. And I think that Atiza is protecting her peace, and that protection of her peace is really the reason why she's glowing every time you see her in public, because she's not even really aware of what the haters are saying. She's just doing her best, and it's showing. And I think that that is a beautiful thing. She obviously has the backing of the Filipino people in this new, recent, and weird, I don't know what this is about, but Miss Universe Thailand put out some type of like voting thing or whatever for like a top 10 votes, get like a dinner with Nawat. Well, she's already garnered like I think 1 million plus like votes on Facebook and over 111,000 on Instagram. So the support is there. Nonetheless, when she gets on stage, she turns on the heat. At this recent edition of Miss Universe Philippines, where she took the crown, her swimsuit pasarela was really great. And although she did have a fall during the evening gown competition, she got up and I mean, it was like she never fell. So I absolutely am excited for her. I wonder what her evening gown is going to be. Her evening gown selection is always hit or miss, but this past edition, I feel like it was a hit. So I hope that they continue on, and I hope that they put her in colors that suit her. Next up, we have Miss Universe Ivory Coast, Olivia Yates. Yes, you guys, this is my reigning Miss Universe Africa. I think that she is just so freaking pretty. Like, I love everything about her. I know some people are not the biggest fan of her, or there's been some controversy about her lately in terms of like, is she overhyped? I don't think so. I think this girl has all of it. She has the height, she has the hair, she has the look, she has the body. I think she is really well prepared. As we know, she was one of the finalists at the Miss World competition in a recent year. I forget the exact year. And she's not a newbie to pageants. I mean, she really knows what she's doing. Her social media is curated with hints of Ivorian culture, but also nods and respect towards the Thai culture as well. She's doing a really great job of presenting herself. She is the tourism like ambassador for Ivory Coast, and she recently made a trip prior to the preliminary activities to Thailand in order to kind of make an accordance or make an appearance with the Board of Tourism in Thailand itself. And lastly, remember, this is no particular order, but the last from my top standout girls is none other than Miss Universe Thailand, Veena Pravina Singh. So yes, you guys, of course, I was gonna put Miss Universe Thailand here. I know how many of you guys think that she's overhyped and how many of you guys want to find flaws, or she has too much filler and Botox and her face is pulled back. It's not even her, she's fake, blah, blah, blah. You know, when you're that girl, you're gonna cause a lot of conversation. I really feel like the hate to Veena Pravinar is very forced, and I really feel like a lot of people are trying to hate her because they know she's a threat. And I also feel like automatically writing her win off as rigged is a little bit overdone and also kind of forced. Now, do I think that her being Miss Universe Thailand, the competition being in Thailand, and Nawat having a role in the organization is going to work in her favor? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and be like, oh, there's nothing going on behind the scenes. I'm sure there is going to be a push for Veena to be part of the top 30, 10, and maybe even 5. But I also think that Veena is good independent of all that. Like, I think if you put Veena in the competition any other year and there was no ties that had ownership or hands in the Miss Universe organization, Veena was gonna place at least like top 10, if nothing else, right? She's a strong queen. Nonetheless, I think that she just is a really great queen overall. She's really, really beautiful. I don't care about all the work that's been done. I think that, yes, she's had some stuff done to her face, but it's not like it's not Veena. Like, I don't look at her and all of a sudden not know who I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? She also has an international fan base. I mean, I have still seen the Latinas going strong in support of her. I've seen other Asians going strong in support of her. And the Thais absolutely love her. Now, in recent weeks, Antonia Porcid has came out and made a statement saying, you know, support her. I hope that we get the 3rd crown for Thailand. So she really has the support of a lot of people, and I can't see her going anywhere but far in the competition. All right, you guys, that is all for right now and for this video. If you guys want to know who my dark horses are that I think can still make an impact and a mark in the competition, then go ahead and watch my next video, which I'll be uploading after this one. If you want to join the Reyna family, which is what I call my subscribers, and become a Reyna yourself, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. We are growing, you guys. Let's get us up to 4K Reynas by the end of the Miss Universe season. I know that's ambitious, but if you don't have ambition, then you don't have a vision, okay? In addition to that, I have some recent or upcoming announcements that I cannot wait to share with you guys, but they're still under the works and behind the scenes right now, so I will not be sharing it quite yet. Go ahead and hit the like button if you don't mind. It does wonders for my video, for my channel, and it does wonders for us in the Reyna family. Let me know down in the comments below, who are your favorite Miss Universe contestants? Give me your, I don't know, top 5, top 10. If you're feeling very ambitious and you have the time, go ahead and give me your top 30. I would love to see it. Who do you think is standing out and who are your favorites? As always, thank you guys so much. Shukriya, shukran, dhanyavad, dhanvad, maraming salamat po, terima kasih, shesheni, kampong ka, arigatou gozaimasu, muchas gracias, and I love you guys so much. Bye, Reynas.